Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to look at going over the ANCOVA analysis of covariance for different groups. There's 3 different groups we're going to look at. It is if there's a significant difference in the scores of students taught by Rugger, Smith, and Wesson, depending on how many periods they have missed. So the first thing we need to do is check the homogeneity of regression of slopes. So when we do that, we're going to go up here to Analyze, go down to Descriptive Statistics, Explore. I've already ran this once, so we want to look at the test and the class. Come to Plots, make sure histogram is checked, not stem and leaf. We'll do histogram, and then we will continue. Make sure both is displayed. Click OK. So when we go here, we're going to go down to the histogram. So the test of normality, you can see in the significance right here, it is above 0.05. So these all 3 will be normally distributed. So when you go look at the histogram, you can see that there's a normal distribution of data for the most part in all 3 cases. After we do that, so they are normally distributed, the homogeneity of variance. So when we go there, we'll want to go to Analyze, go down to Compare Means and Proportions, come down here. This is the way I chose to do it, one way ANOVA. We will make sure test is independent and is in the dependent box, and factor is of course the class. We go to options here, and we want to make sure we check mark the homogeneity of variance test, and click continue. Okay, this is where we find this information right here. So based on the mean, the homogeneity of variances, the significance is 0.69, and or 0.689, and that is where we find the significance. Along with that significance, we look at the Levine's statistic, and that statistic is 0.374. Now we're ready to run our ANCOVA, or analysis of covariance test. This one does take a little bit longer. So we'll go to Analyze. We go down here to General Linear Model, go over to Univariate. We will move, of course, the test is going to be dependent. The fixed factor is going to be our classes, and our covariate is going to be our periods missed. Once we have that information where we need it, we will then go to the EM means, and we will click class and put class or display means for class. Compare main effects, and we do want the Bonferroni option in this box. So then we click continue, then we'll go to our options, and we'll do homogeneity, and then the estimates of effect size as well, and go from there. Click continue, click OK. Okay, so then we find, here's Smith, Jones, and Brown. Our Levine's test of equality, it's right here, our significance is here. Then we come down here to our means. We need to look at our means first. So that's in our estimates box. So when we come down here, you can see that our mean is about 84 with Smith. Jones is about an 80. And then Brown is a little bit over an 80. Then we go to our test between subjects here. When we go here, we're looking at our significance and our class right here. So our class, there's 2 degrees of freedom, there's 86 error, but our significance here is the main thing that we're looking at is 0.020. That is less than, sorry, 0.02 is less than 0.05. So there is a significant difference. Then when we look at the partial eta squared, that number is going to be 0.087. So with this, we then will go down here and go to our pairwise comparisons. There's significance. The significance is seen right here. And between Smith and Jones, the significance is 0.029. That is less than 0.05, so there is a significant difference. Smith and Brown is 0.075. That is above 0.05, so that means that there's no significant difference. And then we'll go here and look at Jones versus Brown, because we've already done Jones and Smith. Jones versus Brown, and they are at a 1. So that is also no significant difference. So the assumption of homogeneity of regression of slopes was met. That was 0.020. There was a significant effective class after controlling periods missed. So we looked at that up here to an 86 and then 0.020. The 4.116 is also important. The degrees of, you take these, the 2 and the 86, and then we do the value is 4.116. Then our effect size was 0.087 here. The partial eta squared was 0.087, so that was a medium to large effect on the comparison. Hope you have a good day.